What's up, everybody? My name is Dean Rowe. I'm here with my host, Chris Becker. We're here live at Gallagher-Iba Arena to talk about the 84-71 victory the Cowboys just had over the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Chris, what did you see out there? What impressed you?
Well, first off, Dean, I think the first thing we need to talk about is the fact that Oakland is not actually in Oakland, California.
It is not, is
it? It is in Rochester, Michigan.
Michigan.
Fun facts. But, the Cowboys looked pretty good. The Cowboys came out slow, just like they did against Marquette. It's 2 games in a row now that they came out slow, but in my opinion, I think it's just, young team, young roster. But they rebounded and they won again. They're 4-0 now. All props go to Oakland though. They give it a good game, and they're 0-6. But like Coach Boynton talked about in the postgame press conference, they're not your typical 0-6 team. They can shoot the ball. Rashad Williams scored 32 points, made 10 threes, a Gallagher-Iba record for an opponent. So I think Oakland gave it a good run, but Oklahoma State they played well and they rebounded.
They were the better team, at the end of the day. I think obviously we can probably talk forever on Cade Cunningham's performance. Once again, he decided to take over and make some big plays. We all saw the windmill dunk. If you didn't, you'll probably see it on ESPN later tonight. Also had a nice alley-oop to Caleb Boone. But overall, who do you think had an underrated performance tonight for the Cowboys?
Isaac Likely had a really good performance. He was really good down by the rim, doing what he does best, driving in, getting those close to the rim shots and laying it in. He had a good game all around. Scored 16 points, I believe, 14, 16 points, somewhere around there. He had a great game. Defensively, offensively, and then Bryce Williams didn't really fill the stat sheet up with points, but Coach Boynton talked about it. He finally just said enough's enough, and he went and guarded Rashad Williams, and he shut him down for the most part towards the end of the game. So. Having guys like that who just finally say enough's enough, like Cade does, just take over time, and this team's takeover ability is just insane. They can any of them can take over a game any given night. Rondell did it the last 2 nights with 16, and then today he didn't have, he only had 3 points, but still played a great game with a spark plug when he came in on defense. And I think a lot of these guys had 5 players and double-digit points for the Cowboys. A lot of these guys had really good games, and but they're all overshadowed by Cade's game, who really just took over there at the end. And the Cowboys were only up by a couple points, and all of a sudden, you look down, you look back up, and Cade Cunningham scored 6 straight points, and the Cowboys are up by 11. So, Cade Cunningham, obviously the star of the game, but there are so many people who also had great games to contribute to this win.
Yeah, I definitely think. Bryce Williams, 10 points. Boynton talked about it post game, just that gritty defender that you need in these type of situations. I also think he brought up a good point talking about how this is a good experience win for the Cowboys, who are going to have to play these type of games come Big 12 time here in a couple weeks. They're going to have to get used to every possession matters, every possession is big, you can't take time off. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Big 12 teams they're not forgiving when it comes to defending threes or defending shots, period. And I think having a team this early who shoots threes like this, they shot 30-something threes tonight. Having a team who's not afraid to put up threes will really help a team come conference play. With a league full of guards who are shooters. And, a big knock on this team, or you talk about this team on the offensive end. They're pretty good at taking over. They can take over on the defensive end too. They did it against Marquette. They did it against tonight. Later, it took a little longer to for the defense to take over and become suffocating. But this defense is suffocating when it gets going.
And they also Boynton also talked about how that 1-3-1 defense, they hadn't really seen it that much this year. Another thing to build on experience-wise, let these young freshmen see different, defensive schemes out there.
1-3-1, that's something you normally see in high school games, but not normally in college. But Oakland ran it, they ran it well, and it shut down the Cowboys early in that game, and it took them a little bit to get rolling, and then Isaac Likely, Caleb Boone, and they all started to find some holes in the zone, and one thing led to another, and the Cowboys got out there with a win.
And then last point, I think we should talk about 5 Cowboys in double digits in the point category tonight. How big do you think that's going to be going forward for them to be able to spread that around?
The depth of this team is just incredible. Every single player who just out tonight played, and 5 of them scored double-digit points, which, that doesn't happen. A team very rarely has 2 guys in double digits. I think 5, that's unheard of. And, if that can continue going into the Big 12 play, dishing the love, and obviously Cade can, still going to score up near 20 points a game, but, if other guys can score 10, 12, something like that, this team's going to be pretty good. They're going to be in pretty good shape on Big 12 play.
Any closing thoughts, Chris?
That's all I have.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Dean Ruhl and Chris Becker live from Gallagher-Iba Arena discussing the Oklahoma State win over Oakland.